Sitting on the arc, with the ring between your knees, feet flat, hands behind the head, interlace your fingers. Take a breath in. As you breathe out, go all the way back. Let the head be heavy. Breathe in. As you breathe out, squeeze the ring, squeeze the pelvic floor to curl up. Lift and lengthen. Inhale. Exhale to go all the way back. Breathe in now. Exhale to curl up. Squeeze the ring, squeeze and lift the pelvic floor. Inhale. Exhale to go all the way back. Breathing in, let the knees open. Breathe out to curl up. Squeeze the pelvic floor, lift the pelvic floor. Inhale to go all the way back. Exhale, squeeze the ring, squeeze and lift the pelvic floor. Rotate to the left, reach your right arm up, cross your right arm across your body, push it into the outside of that left knee, lift the left arm up, take your hand behind you, turn the palm into the arc, lift the chest, rotate further. Breathe in to lift the chest, slide the shoulders down, breathe out to rotate further. Inhale to lengthen, exhale to rotate. Look behind you and then back to the front. Hands behind the head, lengthen the spine up, breathe in, breathe out, rotate to the right. Reach your left arm up, cross it across your body, push it into the outside of that right knee. Right arm reaches up, take it behind you. Shoulders slide down, chest lifts. Breathe in. As you breathe out, rotate further. Inhale to lengthen, exhale, squeeze the ring in the pelvic floor to rotate, back to the front. Lengthen up, scoop the tummy in, place the sacrum onto the arc and bring the chest forward. Hold it here, breathe in, breathe out, squeeze the ring and rotate the ribs to the left. Rotate further. Inhale to the front, breathing in, breathe out, squeeze the ring, rotate to the right. Navel to spine, rotate further. Inhale to the front. Squeeze the ring, squeeze the pelvic floor to rotate. Go deeper into the twist. Breathing in. Squeeze and lift the pelvic floor as you rotate to the right. Squeeze the ring more, rotate further. Breathing in. Squeeze the ring and the pelvic floor to rotate. Breathe in, breathe out to go further. And again, exhale, rotate to the right. Draw that navel in, rotate further. Breathing in. And slowly go all the way back over the arc. Take a breath in, squeeze the ring, squeeze the pelvic floor to curl all the way up. Starting with a long spine, rotate to the left. Go all the way back over the arc. Head is heavy, breathe in. Squeeze the ring and the pelvic floor, rotate more towards the left to lift up and lengthen. Back to the front, rotate to the right. Go all the way back over the arc, breathing in. Squeeze the ring, squeeze the pelvic floor to rotate, lift and lengthen up. Inhale, exhale, rotate. Inhale to go all the way back. Exhale, squeeze the ring and the pelvic floor to rotate, lift and lengthen. Back to the front. Rotate to the right. Scoop the tummy muscles in as you go all the way back over the arc. Inhale, exhale, squeeze the ring and curl up. Inhale. Exhale to rotate, breathing in to go all the way back. Squeeze the ring and the pelvic floor to curl, rotate, lift and lengthen up. Back to the front. Rotate to the right, breathing in. As you breathe out, squeeze the ring, squeeze the pelvic floor, lift and lengthen up. Squeeze the ring, keep the hands behind the head, go all the way back, then take the arms overhead, pull the left wrist towards the floor with the right hand, pull the right wrist towards the floor with the left hand, hands behind the head, squeeze the ring and curl all the way back up. Step off, take the arc and the ring away. You're going to come and lie on the reformer. Place your head on the headrest, tiptoes on the footbar, heels together, toes apart, knees are wide. Press the arms down, lengthen the arms long. Breathe in, squeeze the heels, scoop your tummy muscles in and lift the hip bones up. Squeeze your glutes, squeeze your pelvic floor, send the hips up. Breathing in, lengthen the legs as you breathe out. Inhale, the knees bend. Exhale, squeeze your glutes to lengthen through the legs. Inhale to bend. Draw your abdominals downwards as you squeeze your glutes to send the hips upwards. Squeeze and lift the pelvic floor. The knees are locking every time you lengthen through those legs. Squeeze your glutes, squeeze and lift the pelvic floor. Bend your knees, lift your heels, take your feet to parallel and slowly articulate the spine down onto the reformer, squeezing the pelvic floor. Roll all the way to the tailbone, hug the knees towards your chest. Take the heels to the widest part of the footbar. Press your shoulders down, scoop your tummy muscles in, lift the hips up. Squeeze your glutes, squeeze your pelvic floor. Breathe in, breathe out, lengthen the legs fully. Inhale, the knees go wide. Exhale, lengthen through the legs. Inhale to bend. Squeeze your glutes and the pelvic floor, pushing your hips high as you lengthen fully through those legs. Every time the knees lock, squeeze your pelvic floor and squeeze your glutes, drawing your abdominals downwards as you send the hip bones high. Keep the breath going, squeezing your glutes. Lengthen the legs long. Bend the knees in, hold it there, bring your knees closer together, tuck your pelvis under, scoop your navel in as you roll down one vertebra at a time, all the way to the tailbone. Hug your knees towards your chest. Place your toes back onto the footbar, a fist distance apart. Lengthen the arms, scoop your tummy muscles in, lift up into that shoulder bridge. Squeeze your glutes, push your hips up. Squeeze your right glute, lengthen the left leg. Lengthen away, pushing back into splits. As you lengthen through the right leg, lock your left knee. Bring that left leg towards you. Keep squeezing your right glute, locking your left knee and engaging that left quad to keep the back of that left leg long. Hold it there. Drop the right toe onto the footbar, lift the hips, squeeze your glutes, transfer the work into your left glute as you lengthen the right leg, push back into splits. Squeezing that left glute, lengthening through the right leg, locking your right knee, engaging the right quad as you bring that straight right leg towards you. Keep squeezing that left glute. Keep lengthening, bend the knee, toes onto the footbar, lift your hips, send your pubic bone up, draw the navel down as you slowly roll down through the spine, all the way to the tailbone. Hug your knees in towards your chest. Step off the reformer. You're going to take the foot bar all the way down, put on just one blue spring. Bring your long box, place it onto the reformer long ways, all the way up against the shoulder blocks. Come and sit on the box. Step your left foot into the left strap and pull the strap over your knee. Step the right foot into the right strap, pull the strap over your knee. Have your metal D-rings to the outside of your legs. Knees together, feet onto the headrest. Keep your knees together, feet together. Shuffle your shoulder blades off the box and have your hands behind your head, fingers interlace. Breathing in, breathe out. Push on the back of the head and curl up, squeezing the knees and the pelvic floor. Inhale to go back, let the ribs flare out. Exhale, draw the ribs back together as you curl up. Inhale to go back, arching that lower back. As you curl up, sink your lower back into the box using your low tummy muscles. Inhale, let the ribs flare out. Exhale, push on the back of the head, sending your navel down. Inhale to go back. Keep squeezing your knees and your inner thighs together to curl up. Hold it. Inhale to go back. Squeeze your knees, curl up. And pulse. Squeeze the inner thighs. Squeeze and lift the pelvic floor as you pulse. Keep the squeeze in the inner thighs. Hold it. And then go all the way back into that back bend. Breathing in. Breathe out to curl up. Take hold of the back of the legs and come and sit. Shuffle your bottom right to the edge of the box. And then come and lie down on the box. Bring your knees into tabletop. Hands go behind your head, knees and ankles the same height. Open your knees, heels together, bring your knees in. Heels are squeezing, pelvic floor is squeezing. Breathe in to take your knees above your hips. Exhale to pull your knees in towards your chest. Really drawing your navel downwards. Squeeze the heels, squeeze and lift the pelvic floor as you bring the knees in towards your armpits. Inhale the knees above your hips. Exhale, draw the knees in. Keep the breath going. Exhale to pull the knees in and pull them in. Inhale, exhale to pull them in. Keep the work in that pelvic floor. Inhale and exhale. Rotate towards the left, pull the knees in. Rotate towards the right, pulling the knees in. Squeezing your heels and the pelvic floor as you rotate. Breathing out as you rotate. Aim your right elbow to the outside of your opposite knee. Aim the left elbow to the outside of that opposite knee. So rotate, increase the rotation. Inhale, exhale, rotate, go deeper into the rotation. Keep those heels squeezing together, knees are apart. Curling up higher as you rotate. And reach that elbow beyond the outside of your opposite knee as you pull those knees in. And rotate, pull the knees in. Big exhale as you rotate. Bring your knees in towards your chest. Knees and ankles together now in tabletop, hands behind the head, rotate to the left, knees to the right, pull them in, lengthen the legs, pull the straight legs towards your right armpit, bend the knees in. Twist to the right, knees to the left, pull the knees in, lengthen the legs long, bring the straight legs towards you. Inhale, Exhale to rotate. Lengthen the legs. Pull the legs towards you. Inhale to bend. Squeezing your pelvic floor. Lengthen the legs. Pull the legs across. Inhale. Exhale to rotate. Pull your knees across to your opposite armpit. Lengthen the legs. Pull the legs towards you. Breathing in. Rotating. Pull the knees across. Lengthen the legs fully. Keep your knees locked as you pull the legs towards you. Exhale to rotate. Exhale to pull the legs towards you. Inhale. Exhale to rotate, lengthen the legs, pull them towards you, and then lengthen the legs long and pulse. Keep your knees locked, keep your quads engaged. Pulse, and as you pulse and bring the legs towards you, squeeze and lift the pelvic floor, hugging the knees in towards the chest, and come and sit up. Slide the straps off the legs, hang them onto the poles, step off the box, and then come and lie on the box with the head in the direction of the risers. Have your ribs on the box, the chest off the front of the box, hands to the front two corners of the box. Slide the shoulders down. Press your hands down as you lift up into your cobra position. Breathe in, lift the chest. Breathe out, take your shoulders back. Squeeze your glutes, squeeze your pelvic floor. Lift your pelvic floor. Breathe in, lift the chest. Breathe out, bend the elbows in towards the waist. Elbows are in towards each other. Lengthen the arms fully, squeezing your glutes, squeeze your pelvic floor. Shoulders, blades back, lift the chest. Slide the shoulder blades down, lift the chest another inch. Inhale to lower down. And again, press the hands down, lift the chest, take the shoulders back, lift the chest up, engage the glutes, take the shoulders down, breathing in, lower all the way down. Take hold of the plastic part of the ropes. Take the ropes to the outside of the reformer. Lower the head, lock your elbows, breathe in. As you breathe out, lift the hands up. Hold it here. Squeeze your shoulder blades together to lift the chest. Push the fists behind you. Inhale to lower all the way down. Arms stay locked. Exhale, lengthen. Inhale, lift the chest. Exhale, push the fists behind you. Inhale, keep the arms locked at the elbows to lower down. Head lifts, chest lifts, hands come high. Squeeze the shoulder blades together, push the hands behind you. Inhale to lower down. Fire up your glutes, engage the pelvic floor, lift the chest, push the hands further behind you. Bend the elbows as you breathe in. Lengthen the legs, lengthen the arms and the legs as you breathe out. Keep the legs long and lengthened. Inhale, bend the elbows. Exhale to straighten the arms. Bend the elbows. Exhale to straighten. Every time you straighten your arms, squeeze the back of the arms. So squeeze the triceps as you lock through the elbows. Keep the work in your glutes. Engage your pelvic floor. Hold the arms long, lift the chest higher, squeeze the shoulder blades together, lift the chest another inch, engage the glutes, and then lower all the way down. Hang the straps back onto the poles. Come and kneel on the box and open your knees wide. Sit your bottom onto your heels. Dig your upper arms into the edge of the box. Scoop your low tummy muscles in and sit the sits bones down, releasing any tension in that low back. Take hold of the right strap. Pull the strap towards your right foot. Place the strap onto the arch of the right foot and come into 4-point kneeling. Hands to the front two corners of the box. Lift the chest. Bring the shoulders above the wrist. Slide your shoulders back. Take your knees to the back right-hand corner, send the sits bones behind you. Right leg reaches out to the side, lock your knee. Squeeze your right glute to lift that right heel. Inhale to bring the leg forward. Exhale to push your heel up. Inhale to bring the leg forward. Keep your right knee locked and your quad engaged. Squeeze your right glute to lift the heel. Keep the elbows locked. Chest stays lifted. Squeezing the right glute to lift the heel up. Keep the breath going. Squeeze your right glute to lift your heel. Now hold the heel high and circle the heel. Squeeze your right glute hard and engage your pelvic floor. Squeeze and lift the pelvic floor as you create that small circle, reversing the circle. The circle stays high. Squeeze the right glute. Keep the circle small. Keep it high. Pull your abdominals in. Reach the heel away. Bend the knee. Take the strap off the foot. Place it onto the pole. Open your knees, sit your bottom onto your heels. Dig your upper arms into the edge of the box. Scoop your low tummy muscles in. Take hold of the left strap. Pull the strap towards the left foot. Place the strap onto the arch of the left foot. Hands to the front two corners of the box. Knees to the back left-hand corner. Lift the chest. Lock your elbows. Slide your shoulder blades back. Send the sits bones behind you. Pull your abdominals in. Left leg to the side. Lock the knee. Exhale to lift the heel up. Inhale, bring the leg forward. Exhale, squeeze your left glute as you lift your heel high. Draw your abdominals in. Squeeze the left glute to lift your heel up. Inhale to bring the leg forward. Pull that navel in and squeeze the pelvic floor. You're squeezing your left glute to push your heel up. Arms stay long, locked at the elbows, and lift the heel. Drop the hip down an inch and begin to circle the heel. It's a tiny circle, squeezing your left glute to create the circle, keeping that left knee locked, engage the left quad. And reverse the circle. Draw your abdominals in. Squeeze your pelvic floor. Elbows stay locked. Arms stay engaged. Keep the chest lifted. Squeezing the glute to create the small high circle. And then bend your knee. Take the strap away. Hang the strap onto the pole. Sit your bottom onto your heels. And again, dig your upper arms into the edge of the box. Sit your bottom onto your heels. Scoop your low tummy muscles in. And then come and step off. Pick up the box and turn it short ways, pushing it all the way up against the shoulder blocks. Put all the springs onto the reformer. Move the reformer, adjust it according to height. Place your left ankle in the center strap. Flex your left foot. Bring your right foot to the top of your left inner thigh. Bring your left hip forward. Engage your left quad and lock your left knee. So you're going to keep that left leg locked at the knee, keep the left hip forward, take both hands behind your head, interlace your fingers, push your ankle up into the strap and lean into a long diagonal. Squeeze your left glute, inhale, dip the right elbow down, exhale, squeeze your left glute to lift up. Inhale to go down, squeezing the pelvic floor and that left glute to lift up. Keep the left knee locked and the left quad engaged. Exhale to lift. Inhale to lower down. Exhale, squeeze the glute to lift up. Inhale to lower down. Draw your abdominals in. Inhale to lower down. Squeeze that pelvic floor to lift up another inch, and then lean up and over, lifting your right arm up towards your right ear. Place your right hand on the edge of the headrest. Take your left hand behind the head. Lift up, lean into a long diagonal. Breathe in as you rotate the ribs towards the floor. Rotate the ribs to the ceiling as you breathe out. Keeping that left leg locked at the knee. Keep your pelvis stable and still as you rotate the ribs to the ceiling on the exhale. Draw your navel in towards the spine, rotate to the floor. Squeeze your left glute as you rotate towards the ceiling. Pull that navel in as you rotate towards the floor. Squeeze your left glute to keep your pelvis completely still as you rotate to the ceiling. Go for more rotation. More rotation. Rotating further towards the ceiling. Go beyond where you think you can. And then lift up. Lift your right arm next to your right ear. Lift up and over. And then both hands back behind your head. Leaning into your long diagonal, pushing your left ankle up into the strap. Hold the diagonal. Breathe in as you rotate to the floor. Squeeze your left glute as you rotate to the ceiling. Really draw the abdominals in as you rotate, keeping the leg engaged and your pelvis stable. As you rotate to the ceiling, squeeze that left glute. Keep the shoulders down and the elbows wide as you rotate. Inhale towards the floor. Exhale towards the ceiling. Big inhale, go for more rotation, keeping the pelvis stable, and then lift up and over, leaning the right arm over towards the right ear. And now go for a deluxe stretch, stretching out this left side of the body. Take hold of the left wrist with the right hand. Take both hands to the side of the reformer in front of you. Keep the right hand where it is. Bring the left hand behind you. Rotate the face and the chest to the ceiling. Keep the pelvis stable and just allow the arms and the head to sink closer to the floor. Take hold of the left wrist again with the right hand. Pull it towards the floor and then place your hands on the headrest. To ease yourselves back up, bring your right arm up and over into that stretch and come and turn the other direction. The right ankle goes in the strap, flex the right foot, bring the left foot up against your right inner thigh. Lock your right knee, engage your right quad, bring the right hip forward, hands behind the head, lean into a long diagonal, lock your right knee, inhale, dip the left elbow down, exhale to curl up. Inhale to go down, squeeze your right glute and the pelvic floor to lift up. Breathe in to go down, breathing out to lift up. Inhale to go down. Every time you curl up, squeeze your right glute and your pelvic floor. Breathing in to lower, breathing out to lift up. Keep the right knee locked and the quad engaged. Squeezing your right glute to lift up. Inhale to go down. Exhale to lift up even higher, and then come up and over. Reach your left arm to your left ear all the way over. Placing the left hand to the edge of the headrest, bring your right hip forward, right hand behind the head, lean into a long diagonal. Breathe in, rotate towards the floor. Breathe out, rotate the ribs towards the ceiling. Draw your navel in towards your spine as you rotate to the floor. Keep your pelvis still as you rotate the ribs to the ceiling. Go for as much rotation as you can. Stabilize the pelvis by squeezing your right glute, keeping your right knee locked and your quad engaged. Draw your navel towards your spine as you rotate to the floor. Squeeze your right glute and the pelvic floor as you rotate to the ceiling. Keep that breath going. Go further into the rotation, rotating even further. And again, draw the abdominals in. Go even deeper into your rotation, back to the top, rotating to the ceiling, and then lift up and over. Left arm leans up and over towards the left ear. Both hands behind the head. Lock your right knee, flex the right foot, push up into the strap, lean into your long diagonal. Inhale, rotate the ribs to the floor. Exhale, rotate the ribs to the ceiling. Draw that navel in towards the spine. Squeeze your right glute as you rotate to the ceiling. Inhale towards the floor. Exhale to rotate the ribs towards the ceiling. Pull that navel in. Keep the right knee locked and the right quad engaged. Go for more rotation in both directions, really engaging that right glute to stabilize the pelvis as you rotate towards the ceiling. Inhale towards the floor. Exhale, rotate towards the ceiling, and then lift up and over, leaning in the other direction. Left arm reaches up and over. And come over for the deluxe stretch, stretching out the right side of your body. Take hold of the right wrist with the left hand and just pull it towards the floor. Big inhale, big exhale. Take your hands in front of you, hold on to the wooden part of the reformer, keep the left hand where it is, bring the right hand behind you, rotate the face and the chest to the ceiling, and just let the head and the arms go closer towards the floor. Breathing in, take hold of the right wrist with the left hand again and pull it closer to the floor. Breathe in, push your hand onto the headrest, lift up and over into that counter stretch, leaning all the way over. And then come off the reformer, pick up the box and take the box away. So you're going to come back to the reformer, bring the reformer back into the home position, take the metal bar over so it's not on the standing platform. Stand the left foot onto the platform, right foot on the reformer. Hands onto the hips, shoulders back. Slide the shoulders down. Push away with the right foot into side splits. Squeeze your glutes to bring the reformer back in. Inhale to push away. Exhale, squeeze your glutes in the pelvic floor to bring the reformer back in. Inhale to push away with that right foot. Exhale, squeeze and lift the glutes to bring the reformer back in. Inhale to go wide. Squeeze and lift the pelvic floor as you bring the reformer back in. Keeping the shoulders back, lifting the chest as you bring the reformer back in. Inhale to go wide. Squeeze the pelvic floor. Lift the pelvic floor to bring the reformer back in. Going all the way wide as you breathe in. Exhale to bring the reformer back in. Bend your knees, send the sits bones behind you, lift the chest, push away with the right foot, drag it back in. Push away, pull that right foot back in. So lengthen the leg, bend your knee. Keep sending your sits bones behind you. Keep your low tummy muscles drawing in. Inhale to push away, exhale to draw that reformer back into the home position. Drawing your low tummy muscles in, squeezing the pelvic floor, standing up. Step the right foot back first, then the left foot, and then come to the other side of the reformer. Right foot steps onto the platform, left foot onto the reformer. Hands on the hips, take the shoulders back, bring your elbows back. Inhale, push away with that left foot. Exhale, squeeze your glutes in the pelvic floor to bring the reformer back in. Inhale to go wide. Exhale, squeeze your glutes to lift back up. Keep squeezing the shoulder blades together, bring your elbows behind you. Use the glutes to bring the reformer back in. Squeeze and lift the glutes to bring the reformer back in. Inhale to go wide. Squeeze your pelvic floor as well as the glutes to bring that reformer in. Go wide. Exhale to bring the reformer back in. Inhale to go all the way as wide as you can. Exhale to bring the reformer back in. See if you can go that little bit wider. Exhale to bring the reformer back in and bend the knees. Send the sits bones behind you. Lengthen the left leg. Bend your left knee. Bend the left knee to draw that reformer back in, pushing that left heel down to bring the reformer back in. Sending the sits bones behind you. Squeeze the pelvic floor as you bend that left knee and bring the reformer back in. Scooping your low tummy muscles in. Inhale to push away. Exhale to bend the knee. Standing up, step the left foot back, then step the right foot. And then bring the foot bar into the middle position. Place a red and a blue spring onto the reformer and come and lie down for feet in straps. Head onto the headrest. Put your feet on the foot bar, place the right strap on the right foot, left strap onto the left foot, heels together, toes apart, shoulders down. Lengthen the legs, inhale, bend the knees, exhale to lengthen. Heels stay together, toes stay apart. You breathe in as you let your knees come wide towards your chest. You breathing out as you push your heels away from you. Inhale, draw the knees in. Exhale, squeeze the heels. Keep the breath going. Squeeze and lift the pelvic floor. Keep the legs long, lift the legs towards you. Squeeze the heels to lower back down. Keep the kneecaps locked and lifted. Keep your quads engaged. As you lower the legs, you're squeezing your heels and your inner thighs together. You're squeezing your pelvic floor to lower the legs. As you lift the legs up, engage your quads and keep pressing your low back into the reformer to lift the legs up. Lower the legs as you squeeze the pelvic floor. Take your legs wide, lower the legs towards the foot bar, squeeze the heels, lift them up into leg circles. Wide, push your heels towards the foot bar, inhale to lift up. Go nice and wide, press your heels towards the foot bar, inhale to lift. Exhale, push your heels, bring them together. Inhale to go wide. Exhale to reach your heels towards the foot bar. Now reverse. Bring your heels together above your hips. Squeeze your heels to lower the legs down. Inhale. Exhale to lower. Squeeze the inner thighs and the pelvic floor. Legs come wide. Connect your heels. Squeeze your heels to lower the legs. Inhale to go wide. Heels together, inner thighs. Scooping your tummy muscles down. Squeezing the heels. Lowering the heels towards the foot bar. Now bring the straight legs towards you, press the shoulders down, lift the spine off, lift all the way up onto the shoulders. Lock your knees, scoop your tummy muscles in. Keep the reformer still as you lower down through the spine. Then squeeze your heels in the pelvic floor to push your feet back down. Lengthen the legs towards you. Shoulders down as you scoop the tummy in to lift up onto the shoulders. Keep the tension in the ropes. Keep the knees locked. Scoop the tummy muscles in, rolling all the way down. Then squeeze the heels to push your feet back towards the foot bar. Lock your knees. Lift up onto the shoulders. Scoop the tummy in. Scoop the tummy in as you lower down through the spine. Squeeze the heels, squeeze the pelvic floor to push your heels towards the foot bar. And again, lifting all the way up onto the shoulders. Keep the reformer still as you slowly roll down through the spine, locking the knees, and then squeeze the heels to reach the heels forward. Bend your knees, feet come together, soles of the feet together, push your knees wide with your elbows, take the straps off, put the feet on the foot bar, hang the straps onto the metal poles, step off the reformer for hip flexor stretch. Take off the red spring, so you're left with a blue spring. Left foot on the floor, right foot up against the shoulder block. Push back with the right toes, lift the chest, reach your left arm, twist to the left. Push back further with that right toe and then come out of it. Breathe in. Send your left knee forward, point the right toe, push back through the right, rotate to the left, and then inhale, come out of it. And again, push back through the right toe, drop the right hip down, rotate to the left, push even further, go another bit further, and then lift out of it. Come and kneel on the reformer. Place your right foot to the front of the reformer, left foot up against the shoulder block. Bend your right knee, send your right knee forward, point your left toe, push your toe back. Rotate towards the right, push back further with that right toe. And then inhale to come out of it. Point the left toe, push back through the toe, rotate to the right, send the right knee forward, breathing in. Inhale to come out of it. And again, push back through the left toe. Keep the left hip down as you rotate to the right. Rotate another inch and then come out of it. Place the red spring back on, so a red and a blue spring, and then come and stand on the reformer, the right foot to the centre of the standing section, left foot back for splits. Push back through the left foot, inhale, come out of it. So the hands are to the widest part of the foot bar. You're locking your right knee and engaging the right quad as you push back through the left foot. Try to keep the left hip forward as you push back through that left foot. Locking your right knee and engaging the right quad as you push back. Lift your right kneecap up. The more you engage that right quad, the more length you're going to achieve in the back of that right leg. Keep the left hand where it is. Lift the right arm up, rotate to the right, push back further with that left foot. Rotate even further, both hands onto the foot bar. Go deeper into your splits and then come out of it. Stepping your left foot to the center of the standing part, right foot up against the shoulder blocks. Drop the right hip down, lock your left knee as you push back into the splits. Inhale to come out of it, locking that right knee, engaging your right quad as you push back through the right foot. Keep the left kneecap locked and lifted. Inhale as you come out of it, left kneecap is locked and lifted, engaging the left quad, keeping the right hip forward as you push back through the right foot. And exhale to push back. Hold the splits. Keep the right hand where it is, lift the left arm up, rotate to the left, drop the right hip down, rotate some more, locking that left knee, engaging the left quad, both hands onto the foot bar, push even further back, and then come out of it. Tiptoes, heels up against the shoulder blocks, send the heels away. Inhale, pull the knees in. Keep the elbows locked, keep the shoulders down your back, pushing the heels of the hands hard into the foot bar. Inhale to push away, exhale to draw the knees in. Try to keep the sits bones as high as your shoulders. Draw that navel in as you send the sits bones away from you. Then pushing back, hips to the ceiling, heels flat to the reformer, drop the chest down. Scoop your abdominals in, push back through the heels, draw the reformer all the way back in. Keep the arms long and lengthened, pushing the heels of the hands into the foot bar, drop the chest down. Head stays between your arms. Scoop your low tummy muscles in. Draw that navel in and up. Keep your knees locked. Take your right hand to the left ankle. Rotate towards the left. And then both hands onto the foot bar. Take your heels, push them back. Bring your left hand to your right ankle. Rotate to the right, push back further. Both hands onto the foot bar, sits bones to the ceiling as you draw the reformer in. Right hand to the left ankle, rotate more towards the left, and then push away with the heels, draw the reformer in, scoop the tummy in. Left hand to the right ankle, rotate more to the right. Both hands to the foot bar, push back through the heels, really feel that gorgeous stretch in the low back and in the back of the legs as you bring the reformer back in. Walk your feet to the center of the reformer. Let your arms and your head dangle down. Take your hands, interlace your fingers. Bring your arms overhead. Breathe in. As you breathe out, crown of the head to the floor, arms up and over. Inhale. Exhale, scoop your tummy in. Bring your arms up and over. Breathing in, breathing out. And then just let your arms hang, dangle down. Nod the head, yes. Shake the head, no. Keep your head dangling. And then just slowly roll up through the spine. Scoop your tummy muscles in. Take your shoulders up to the ears, take them back, and relax.